think hip thrusts are just a simple glute exercise. What if I told you that most people doing them are not only wasting their time, but actually training the wrong muscles entirely? And the worst part is they don't even realize it. Many people think they're building strong glutes, but in reality, they're just overloading their lower back and letting their quads take control. Let me ask you something honestly. After finishing a set of hip thrusts, do you truly feel a deep burn in your glutes? Or does it feel more like pressure in your lower back or legs? If your answer isn't a clear glutes, then there's a problem. And today we're going to fix it step by step, in a way that completely changes how you feel this exercise forever. Before we jump into the perfect technique, we need to break down what's going wrong. Because mistakes are the real reason most people never see results. The first and biggest mistake is overextending the lower back. This happens when you push your hips too high and let your spine arch. Instead of stopping where your glutes are fully engaged, it might feel like you're getting a bigger range of motion, but in reality, you're shifting the tension away from your glutes and dumping it straight into your lower back, which is not only ineffective but can also lead to pain over time. The second mistake is incorrect foot placement. And this one is sneaky because small changes make a huge difference. If your feet are too far forward, your hamstrings dominate the movement, and if they're too close, your quads take over, leaving your glutes barely involved. The third mistake is rushing through reps without control, turning the exercise into a mindless, up and down motion, instead of a focused contraction. Ask yourself this. If you're just moving the weight without feeling the muscle, are you really training or just going through the motions? Now here's where things start to get interesting. Because fixing hip thrusts isn't about doing more reps or lifting heavier weights. It's about mastering small details that most people ignore. There's one simple adjustment that can instantly make your glutes fire like never before. But if I tell you that right away, you'll miss the bigger picture. So first we need to build a solid foundation that makes everything else work properly. Think of it like building a house. You can't focus on the roof if the foundation is weak, and your body works the same way during this movement. Let's start with the setup because this is where everything begins. Your upper back should be placed firmly against the bench, specifically around your shoulder blades, not your lower back. Imagine your body like a lever or a hinge, where your upper back acts as the pivot point and your hips move around it smoothly. If your positioning is off here, everything else will feel unstable and disconnected. Now move to your feet, place them about shoulder width apart and make sure that at the top of the movement, your shins are nearly vertical. This is a simple but powerful checkpoint that tells you your position is correct. If your knees are traveling too far forward, or your heels feel too far away, adjust until you find that balanced position where everything feels aligned and controlled. Next comes a detail that most people completely overlook, your head and neck position. Instead of throwing your head back or looking straight ahead, slightly tuck your chin as if you're holding something gently under it. This keeps your spine in a neutral position and prevents your lower back from taking over the movement. It might feel strange at first, but this one adjustment alone can completely change how the exercise feels. Now, as you begin the movement, push through your heels and lift your hips upward. But here's the key. Stop when your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Don't chase extra height because more height doesn't mean more results. It often means less glute activation. At the top of the movement, pause for a second and focus on squeezing your glutes as hard as you can. This is where the magic happens, and this is where most people fail. Think of your glutes like a light switch. Most people only turn it halfway on and wonder why nothing changes. But that pause and squeeze is what turns it fully on. If you don't feel a strong contraction here, something in your setup or execution needs adjustment. This moment is your checkpoint, your signal that you're doing it right. Now let's clearly compare the wrong way and the right way so it really sticks in your mind. The wrong way is rushing the movement, lifting the hips quickly, arching the lower back, letting the ribs flare out, and dropping back down immediately without control. This not only reduces glute activation but also increases the risk of discomfort or injury over time. The right way, on the other hand, is controlled and intentional. You drive through your heels, keep your ribs down, maintain a tucked chin, stop at full hip extension, and squeeze your glutes with purpose before lowering back down slowly. It's the same exercise, but it feels completely different because now the right muscles are doing the work. Once you've mastered the basics, it's time to level up with some intermediate techniques that take your results to the next level. The first upgrade is adding a slight pelvic tilt at the top of the movement. This means instead of just lifting your hips, you gently rotate your pelvis under, like you're bringing your belt buckle toward your chest. This small adjustment shuts down your lower back and forces your glutes to fully engage, making the exercise much more effective. The second upgrade is controlling your tempo. Try taking 3 seconds to lift your hips, holding for 1 second at the top, and then lowering for 3 seconds. This slower pace increases tension on the muscles and makes every rep more meaningful. This leads to an important realization. Muscle growth doesn't come from simply moving weight up and down. It comes from creating and maintaining tension in the right muscles. When you slow things down and stay in control, you give your glutes no choice but to work harder. Now, as you move into advanced techniques, your focus shifts even more toward precision and awareness. Start building a strong mind-muscle connection by consciously focusing on your glutes before and during each rep. This might sound simple, but it has a powerful impact on activation and results. Then pay attention to your range of motion. Feel the stretch at the bottom and the contraction at the top, and control every part of the movement like you're guiding it rather than just performing it. Think of your body like a team where your glutes are supposed to be the leader of this movement. If your lower back and quads keep stepping in, your glutes never get the chance to fully do their job, and the whole system becomes inefficient. Your goal is to make your glutes the dominant force, the muscle that takes control and drives the movement from start to finish. Now take a moment to check yourself with a few simple questions. Can you hold the top position for 2 seconds without losing control? Do you feel your glutes more than your lower back? Are your reps smooth and controlled instead of rushed? If the answer to any of these is no, then that's exactly where you need to focus your improvement. Let's quickly bring everything together so you have a clear picture in your mind. Set your upper back firmly on the bench. Position your feet so your shins are vertical at the top. Keep your chin tucked and spine neutral. Drive through your heels. Stop at full hip extension. Add a slight pelvic tilt. Pause and squeeze your glutes. And control every rep from start to finish. These are the details that turn an average exercise into a powerful glute building movement. Now here's your challenge, and I want you to actually do this. Don't just listen. Right now, perform 10 perfect hip thrust reps using everything you've learned. Go slow, stay controlled, and focus completely on your glutes. Notice how different it feels compared to how you used to do it. That difference is what real training feels like. And once you experience it, you won't want to go back to your old way. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing more. It comes from doing better. So stay consistent, stay focused, and keep improving 1 rep at a time until this movement becomes second nature.